Hey YouTube, Lauren Bentley here, and here's my three-legged kitty, Hope. Welcome to today's class. Today we're going to be enjoying an all levels yoga flow to honor the emotional body. We are filming this class on the Scorpio new moon, and the Scorpio new moon is asking us to sit with ourselves, to embody both our dark and our light, meeting ourselves exactly where we're at and honoring ourselves exactly where we are at and all parts of who we are. This can be creating a lot of discomfort, but that discomfort is what helps us to grow. The discomfort is what helps us to create art. It helps us to create more love, and it helps us to create more presence and ease within the body. Since we are focusing on the emotions, we're going to also be focusing a lot on the sacral chakra, which is just beneath the belly button. And we're going to be focusing on the element of water. So we're going to be finding a lot of flowing motions with our body and with our breath to symbolize the flow of the water, the flow of our emotions, which are energy in motion. So you can do this practice anytime. It doesn't need to be on the Scorpio new moon or any new moon. It can be any time that you need to honor your emotional body a little bit more. And please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Please share it with friends and family. And below in the description, you can find all the ways that you can work with me one-on-one or to join my membership, Breathe and Receive. I am a mindfulness teacher, yogi, and somatic practitioner, and I love helping you to find home within the body. I work with trauma, PTSD, disordered eating recovery, anxiety support, and the list goes on and on. And I love bringing in yoga, meditation, breath work, and energy healing into our one-on-one sessions. So everything is down below for you to set up a one-on-one call to see how we can best work with each other, as well as information into the Breathe and Receive membership. It's only $25 a month. However, I am completely open to sliding scales for all of my work. I never want to let finances turn anybody away. If we would work well together and if this work would really deeply serve you, I am open to discussing a sliding scale option for you. So without further ado, go ahead and roll out your mat. No props are needed, and I'll meet you there. And find a comfortable seated position. Feel the spine long, and here's my cat in proper timing. Let's feel the spine nice and long. Let's tuck our chin in slightly. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears, and then let them rest down the back body. So I want you to begin this practice upright and alert, however, still relaxed and experiencing ease within the body. Let's begin to close off the eyes or just adjust the gaze down towards the nose or to the ground in front of us, whatever feels best to you. And we'll start by feeling the hips and the legs and the buttocks. That is all supported by the mat beneath us, supported by Mother Earth beneath us. And allow that grounding and present sensation to slowly work its way up the length of the spine to the crown of the head. Allowing yourself to very gently drop into the body and feeling the support that is here for you now. And as you breathe in and out through the nose, inviting the mind to quiet, inviting the body to soften. I'm just going to read you a little something I wrote about the Scorpio new moon and what we're going to be flowing into. Scorpio is the element of water. and loves to awaken our shadow selves. Our shadow is the side of our personality that contains the parts of us that we don't necessarily want to admit to having. It will usually begin as an unconscious side of us, but through self-awareness, we can begin to recognize our shadow. And Scorpio season arrives to help us do just that. Whatever needs to come to surface, especially on an emotional level, will be stirred up within us. And what a beautiful space to be invited into. We come into these human bodies to feel and to experience our life. It is within these emotions that we can create, can awaken, and we can experience deeper love. So it is under this dark moon that we are being guided to allow our fears, hopes, and dreams to come to surface from a place of non-judgment and open up to new spaces of awareness. Our yoga flow today will consist of movements to mirror the element of water to help our emotions flow. Assist us in sitting through the discomfort and inviting our hearts to awaken to the divine and deepen our love. Our love for ourselves, our love for others, our love for our fears as much as our love for our desires. And so let's begin to deepen the breath, finding a breath for anxiousness and discomfort. You can use this breath anytime that you need on or off your mat. We're just going to inhale through the nose for a count of 5 and exhale through the nose for a count of 8. Allowing the exhale to be longer than the inhale is what helps to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest part of our nervous system. So let's begin to find 5 rounds of longer exhales. And let's begin by breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue the last 2 on your own. And arriving back to a comfortable, conscious breath as you begin to take note in how your body is feeling emotionally in this moment. Without any judgment, perhaps noticing feelings of fear, heaviness, and discomfort within. And meeting your whole self with love and acceptance. Meeting your whole self exactly where you are at in this moment. Inviting your emotions to be the energy and motion that they need to be, and allowing this yoga flow to help your emotions move, to help you make sense of it all, and to help you feel into that safe container that your body is. Let's bring our hands together at heart center, setting an intention for this class, whatever intention that you desire. But I do encourage you to create the intention to be around your emotional body. It could be even as simple as, I accept, or this belongs. And then bow the forehead to the fingertips, sealing that intention in. Lightly bat the eyelashes open as you lift your chin back up through to center. And let's all begin in our cross-legged seated position. Bring the right leg in front of the left. And so let's inhale, lift those arms up nice and high. Feel the floating ribs pull in, feel the low belly pull in and up. Let the shoulders soften. And as you exhale, melt over those legs, maybe melting over your cat or dog. And breathe into your right hip. We hold a lot of our emotions within our hips. That's why we so often have very tight hips. So along with those water movements, we're also going to be enjoying hip openers. Inviting even more emotions to come to surface, to be moved through, to be viewed with acceptance and love. And then inhale, begin to walk your hands back up towards the body. And take your hands to the shins or gently to the knees. And inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift the chin, lift the chest. And exhale, round the spine, take your chin to the chest, gazing down towards your belly button. Seated cat-cows, inhale, we lift. Exhale, we round. Let's do 3 more here. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Last one, inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Inhale, coming back up through to center and gently switching the direction of the legs. Left leg is now in front. Inhale, lift your arms up high. Exhale and fold over your legs. Breathing into your left hip for 5 breaths. Relax the face and the jaw, the tongue be heavy. Your whole upper body just melt over the low body. Breathing deep into the belly. And next inhale, walk your hands up to the body. And lift your arms up high overhead. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, twist over to the right. Left hand comes to your right thigh, right hand behind you. Inhale, center. Exhale and twist to the left. Follow your breath. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Flowing like water. Last one, inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. And exhale, left. Beautiful work. Come back through to center. Lift your arms up nice and high. Palms touch overhead. Maybe lift your gaze up at the hands. Nice little stretch through the neck, opening up through the throat. Your expression, the expression of your emotions. And then exhale, rain those fingertips down, bringing the chin parallel back to your mat. And let's go ahead and come forward to all fours, tabletop position. Go ahead and take your time to get here. There is never any need to rush through practice. We spend so much time moving quickly throughout our lives, that it's really easy to lose track of our emotions and ignore them. Let's move slowly and mindfully, showing our emotions that we are the safe and sacred space for them to exist. So as we arrive now, bring the wrists under your shoulders and spread the fingers wide. And your knees are under your hips. Low belly's pulled in and up. And you're really rounding to the upper back to take the pressure off the wrists. Let's maintain this line of integrity as we drop that belly. Shoulders roll back and we lift the chin. Inhale. Exhaling, chin to chest, rounding the spine, really actively pressing away from the mat. Inhale, drop the belly and lift the chin. Exhale, chin to chest and round the spine. Last one here, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. And exhale, round the spine. Now come back through to center, find that long spine, and we're going to do some cat and cow sort of circles and like an undulation. So I like to move my knees back slightly to create a bit more space between my knees and my hands. And so let's now begin to drop that belly, circling over towards that left wrist, coming forward. Exhaling, rounding it back through the right. Maybe sinking back to the heels. Inhale to drop the belly to the left and center. Exhale it right and back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Last one. Deep breaths and exhale, float it back. Beautiful. Next, inhale. Go ahead and come forward all the way down to the belly. Keep those elbows hugged and tight as you slide all the way down. Lift your hands. Roll your shoulders away from the ears. Really squeeze your elbows in tight. Tops of the feet flat to the mat. As we inhale, lift head and chest. Hands come as well. Exhale to release. 2 more cobras. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Awesome. Take those hands back down under the wrists. Press back up to that tabletop. Keep your knees slightly behind those hips because now we're going to find those cat and cow rolls over to the right. So we're inhale, drop that belly, rolling towards the right and center. Exhale, round it to the left and back. Inhale, right and center. Exhale it left and back. 2 more. Inhale, right and center. Exhale, left and back. Last one. Follow that breath. Beautiful. And sliding through to your belly one more time. Elbows hug in tight. This time, take your hands a little bit off your mat and just a little bit ahead of your shoulders. So more like in line with your chin. And come up to the fingertips, cupcake on those hands. Bring the tops of the feet flat to the mat again. And we're going to find 3 cobra rolls. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, just like an ocean wave. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, lowering down. Final one here. Inhale. And exhale it down. Beautiful work. Hands back under the shoulders. Press yourself up to that tabletop. Bring your big toes together, knees wide, and find yourself a child's pose. Walk your arms out long. Bring your heart and your head down to the mat. This is a beautiful resting pose, a place that you can come to anytime during our practice. Feel your heart open towards Mother Earth. Feel supported in this moment. Supported in every moment. Press into those hands and inhale, come up to center. Curl your toes under. Let's come up for our first downward facing dog. So we're going to begin our down dog by just simply pedaling out the feet. Inviting one heel to come to the mat while generously bending the opposite knee and switching sides. Just really getting a beautiful stretch in the back of those legs. Press into the webbing between the thumb and the pointer of the hands and spread those fingers nice and wide. Take the pressure off the wrists. Feel your shoulders spiral out. Take your gaze to the knees or the toes. And feel your inner thighs spiral in. And inviting the heels to come towards the mat now in stillness. It doesn't matter if they touch the mat or not. And just find the length in the spine here. That's the most important part of this pose, is the length in the spine. So if you need to bend the knees more, go ahead. Meet yourself exactly where you are at with no judgment, just love. Now we're going to begin to find some undulation of the spine, flowing through to plank and back to down dog. So inhale, begin to ripple yourself forward, coming forward to that plank pose. As you exhale, bend the knees and then take your hips up high. Awesome job. Inhale, roll yourself forward to that plank. Exhale, bend the knees. Down dog. Core stays tight the whole time. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, come through to center. Exhale, knees bend, hips back, down dog. Last 2, follow your breath. Last 1. You can do this. Take it back. Find yourself in that downward facing dog. Now look forward at the hands, bend the knees generously, and on your exhale, slowly begin to step yourself up to the top of the mat for a forward fold. Bring your awareness to every sensation in your feet and in your legs as you let yourself melt completely over the tops of the legs. Bend the knees as much as you need, finding that release in the low back. Maybe grab opposite elbows and hang super heavy here if that feels good. You can even sway a little side to side. Just let your head, neck, and shoulders all completely relax. Maybe shaking the head out, no, and yes. Release those hands. Inhale, find yourself, your flat back, low belly pulls in, shoulder blades hug towards one another, looking straight down. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come all the way up, press through the heels, bend the knees generously as you come all the way up to stand. And then you're going to bring your arms up overhead, grab opposite elbow. I'm just turning to face you so you can see me a little bit better, but you can stay at the top of your mat. Bring your feet a little bit further than hip distance. Find a nice generous bend in those knees. We're going to now begin to slowly bend over towards the left and take it all the way down like that forward fold. Inhale it up through the right. Keep that going. Exhale down through the left, center. Inhale up through the right and center. Last one, exhale it down and inhale it up. Now we're going to switch sides. Exhale down through the right and center. Inhale up through the left and center. Last 2, follow your breath. And the final one. All the way up through to center. We release those hands. Beautiful job. And then let's inhale, bring those hands up high overhead. Exhale and swan dive, forward, forward fold. Head, neck, and shoulders relax. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up through to center, arms reach. Exhale, all the way back down, forward fold. Really warming up that spine. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold. Allow yourself to feel nice and flowy in these movements, flowing like water. Inhale it all the way up. Exhale it all the way back down. Final one here. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale it all the way up. Come to stand and then bring your hands to touch overhead, pulling them down to your heart. Close your eyes for a moment, reconnect with your intention. Feel your whole body in this moment. Got the eyelashes open if you close them off, and inhale it up. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Plant your palms, step your right foot back, followed by your left, coming into our plank pose. Low belly pulled in, tailbone down. Spread the fingers wide, really press those heels back. Whole body firm and strong. You're welcome here to lower your knees if you need. And you can also lower all the way down to your belly to cobra, or you can come forward onto those toes. Lower halfway, elbows stay hugged and tight. Inhale, upward facing dog, hands and tops of feet on the mat. And exhale it back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're going to flow through sun A's 4 more times. Inhale, look forward at your hands, bend the knees. Exhale, step yourself to the top of the mat and forward fold. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take that intention with you. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, step or hop back to plank or chaturanga. Chaturanga or belly to cobra. Meet in downward facing dog. Keep this going. Inhale, bend those knees, look forward. Exhale, step it up to the top of the mat and fold. Inhale to flat. Exhale to fold. Inhale, all the way up, tall mountain. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take your intention. Take this whole body experience. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale brings us up halfway. Shine your heart. Exhale, melt the heart back down towards the earth. Step it back to your plank. Find your vinyasa. You can always just step right back to downward facing dog if that feels best to you. Exhale, we'll meet in down dog. Let's do our final 2 rounds on our own. Follow your breath. Let it be a moving meditation. Feel every sensation in your body. Let your emotions flow. We will all meet in downward facing dog. Great job. We have 1 more. Enjoy this moving meditation. Stay present in your body. Beautiful work. Everybody meets in downward facing dog. Now that our body is super warmed up, let's inhale, lift our right leg up high. Keep the hips leveled with one another. Exhale, look in between those hands and step your foot right in between your hands. It's okay if you have to adjust it yourself. Just again, meet yourself where you're at. Pivot on that back foot so that the front heel is to the middle of the left inner crease. And on your next inhale, come all the way up, cartwheel the arms open for your warrior two. So let's take a moment just to peek down. Check to make sure you can see that right big toe. So your right knee is just above that ankle and going towards the pinky toe side. Your arms are out long, strong arms, relax shoulders. Low belly pulled in and pelvis dropping straight down. Don't dump your pelvis back. Try to keep a nice long line in the spine. And then really pressing into both feet. The pinky toe side of that left foot and the whole foot of your right foot, the front foot. And let's inhale to straighten through that right leg and lift the arms up high. Exhale, sink back into your warrior two. Inhale, everything lifts. Exhale, everything lowers, like we're moving through water here. 3 more, inhale. Exhale, sink it down. 2. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Beautiful. Begin to pivot on that left foot, coming forward to a high lunge. So now that both your hips are facing the front of the mat, you may need to squeeze your right hip back to meet the left, really squeezing those inner thighs together. Feel your low belly pull in. Legs are in 2 lanes of traffic to help with balance. Your knee is still behind your right toes. Lift your arms up high overhead. Shoulders roll back again. Strong arms, relax shoulders. Floating ribs and low belly, pull in and up. Beautiful work. Begin now to bring your weight to that right foot. You can pull your hands to your heart as you begin to kick off that back foot and lift your left knee up towards the chest. We're going to find some more of that fluid motion. Keep yourself nice and relaxed with an integrity-filled core. Big breath in here as we exhale. We kick that left foot back. Arms float back, palms down, shoulders away from the ears. For warrior 3. Inhale, we lift everything up. That left knee comes up, arms reach overhead. Exhale, kick it back. Nice and slow, move through that water. 3 more, inhale it up. Exhale, take it back. Last 2, follow your breath. Anchor that right big toe down. And the final one, inhale to lift. Exhale, kick it back. Hold it here for a moment. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Whoop. Catch yourself in that high lunge. Inhale. It's okay if you fall. Exhale, release your hands down. Step it back to your plank. Find yourself your vinyasa or skip. We're just going to switch sides. Exhale it back, downward facing dog. Beautiful, last time, then we'll begin to cool it off. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it right in between your hands. Low lunge to begin. Set yourself up, find that alignment, keep your left knee safe. Pivot on your back foot, find the heel to arch alignment here. And then inhale, cartwheel the arms open, finding yourself in your warrior 2. Shoulders roll back. You want to press your pinkies back as if you were like pressing into the wall behind you. Find your balance between your legs. Low belly pulled in. Feel yourself nice and strong here. Looking just past those left fingertips. And then we inhale to lift everything up. Exhale to sink it down. Inhale to lift, moving through that water. Exhale, sink it down. Last 3. Keep pressing into the knife edge of your right foot. 2. Full breaths. Final 1. Inhale to lift. And exhale it down. Begin to pivot on that right foot as you come forward to your high lunge. Legs are in 2 lanes of traffic. Left hip pulls back to meet the right. Core is tight. Begin to bring your hands down to the heart for balance. Bring your weight into that left foot. Press off your right. Lift your right knee up towards the chest. Here we go. Let's flow into the warrior 3. Move through the water. Exhale, kick your right leg back. Arms float back. Inhale to lift the knee, lift the arms. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale, kick it up. Last 3 here. Follow your breath. Take your time. 2. Stay in your body. Meet yourself where you're at. And the final 1. And lift. Awesome. Now let's all meet in that warrior 3. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Catch yourself in your high lunge. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, release the hands down. Step it back to your plank. Final vinyasa. Take it or leave it. Meeting in downward facing dog. Wonderful job. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, right foot floats up. Exhale, bring your right knee behind that right wrist. Left leg stays out long. We're coming into pigeon pose, but we're going to find spinal waves here to keep with the flow of the water. So try to keep the right hip peeling back to the left. Take your hands off to the sides of the mat like we did in those cobra rolls. And they're just a little bit behind the top edges of your mat. Cupcake up on those fingertips again. So as if you had this lovely little cupcake beneath your hands and you didn't want to mess up the icing. And let's exhale, float our chest down towards the mat. Inhale, roll yourself back up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Beautiful. Go ahead and do 2 more. And 1. Now bring your palms back to the mat. Nice and slow, roll over onto your right hip and swing your left leg around. Do your best to stack the knees on top of each other and bring your feet back towards the body. Both hips, you want both hips down to the mat. So it's okay if your knees aren't fully stacked. It's okay if you're separated a little bit more here. Just be sure that both of your hips are connected. You can bring your hands to the bottoms of the feet, or you can bring your hands to your heart. To also go deeper, if you would like, you can begin to fold over those legs. Completely up to you. This is a very deep hip opener. Close out the eyes if that feels good to you, and we're just going to spend a few moments here. Just breathing into the hips, the space of your emotions. meeting yourself exactly where you are at. Let the eyelashes open. Come back over to that right hip. Release the stacked legs. And go ahead and come back up to that downward facing dog. Maybe you want to make some hip circles with the right leg. And then we'll inhale, lift the left leg up high. And exhale, bring that left knee behind the left wrist. Right leg out long behind you. Find those fingertips off to the sides of the mat. Roll your shoulders away from the ears. And we'll find our spinal rolls. Exhale, float yourself down. Inhale, float it back up. Exhale. Follow the wave down, and inhale, follow the wave back up. Last 2 deep breaths. And exhale. And inhale. Beautiful work. Coming over to the left hip now. Swing your right leg around. Looking to stack the knees again. You'll notice that each side's a little bit different. Release the urge to judge where you're at and just accept and love where you're at. Whatever you did on the other side, please do the same thing here. Closing off the eyes or softening the gaze. Slowly coming back over to that left hip. Release the right leg and coming into our final downward facing dog. And maybe you want to draw some hip circles with that left leg. Just loosening up the hip. Having a hard time talking today. And here we go. Find yourself in a moment of stillness in your downward facing dog. And begin to slowly lower those knees and make your way onto your back. Just finishing up the final few things here and we'll be all done. Taking your time to come all the way down to the back. And let's find a single leg happy baby. I really enjoy single leg happy babies. I feel like it helps us get even deeper into the hips. So let's begin first with that left knee bent, left foot on the mat. Pull your right knee in towards your right armpit. Your right arm goes to the inside of the right leg, and then that hand grabs the outside of the right foot. And so you're pulling that right hip, the right knee down towards the armpit, while at the same time pressing your foot in towards your ceiling. So now you can begin to straighten that left leg if you have the flexibility in your hips. And we'll take 5 breaths into the right hip. See if you can relax your face and your jaw and keep your chin tucked in slightly. Feel free to close the eyes if you desire. Bring that left foot to the mat now if it's not already there. Left knee right above the left ankle. Gently cross the right ankle over the left thigh and bring the left shin parallel to the ground. Flex the right foot to protect your knee and go ahead and thread the needle here, interlacing the hands behind the left thigh. 5 breaths into the right hip. And keeping the legs exactly as they are, but release the hands. Let them fall heavy to the left. So your right foot is going to come to the ground. The whole outside of your left leg will also come to the ground. You can take your left hand and very gently push the right leg away by placing it on the inner thigh. Really great stretch for your Achilles tendon. Right arm out to the side. Look over that right shoulder if your neck allows. If not, you can keep your gaze up at the ceiling. 5 breaths here. Awesome, and slowly begin to release these legs. Bring both feet to the mat. And let's switch sides. Left knee in towards the left armpit, finding your happy baby on the left side. And then once you arrive, either straighten that right leg or keep the right knee bent. Depends on where your flexibility is at today, and it changes every day. So again, no judgment, just love and acceptance. Sending those breaths into your left hip. And gently guiding the left ankle over the right thigh, right shin parallel to the mat. Interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. Flex the left foot. And gently releasing the hands and letting the legs fall heavy over to the right. Pressing the left leg away. Beautiful stretch there. Left arm out. Look over the left shoulder. And bringing everything back through to center. Release both feet down to the mat. Let's windshield wiper them back and forth. Just a few times. And then take the legs and arms out wide at your sides for Shavasana. Roll your shoulders underneath the heart space. Tuck the chin in slightly. Feel every part of your body that's connected to the earth. Just begin to soften and release. Allow yourself to be completely held here. And as much as you allowed space to hold for your emotions, anything that's been really heavy on you, I invite you to begin to ask Mother Earth, or wherever you believe your higher power to be, whether that's God, Buddha, Jesus, Mother Mary. Ask whomever to begin to hold some of it for you. You never have to go through life alone. You never need to hold the weight of the world all by yourself. There's so much love and support here for you. All you have to do is ask. And let yourself melt even deeper into the mat, feeling that sweet release, all that love and support. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Deepen the breath. Zip the legs up tight as you stretch fingertip to toe tip. Excuse me. Slowly rolling onto your right side. And then pressing yourself up to a seat whenever you feel ready. And closing the eyes off once you arrive back up to your seat. Take your hands to your lap, palms face down. Feeling grounded and supported. Returning exactly where we started. We're going to allow ourselves to flow like water. We need to be sure that we provide that support and structure for the water to flow in. So returning back to that grounding space, letting the water settle. Meeting yourself where you're at in this moment. Let's bring our hands together at heart center. Choose to dedicate this practice, maybe dedicating it to the world, a particular person, an idea. Let's send that dedication out with one Om. Let's inhale to chant. Namaste and many, many blessings. Thank you so much for joining me.